So, let's see, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Andrew King, and my wife Monica and I nominated the charity who was selected by the board this year, Wish Granters, and Cherie is the president of the board of directors of Wish Granters, and I'd like to let her say a few words.
Thank you, Andrew. For those of you that don't know what we do, I wasn't sure tonight how many of you knew what Wish Granters did. Some people have heard of us. Some people greatly mix us up with Make-A-Wish, which was also a wonderful organization. We are for adults 18 and older that live in Ada and Canyon County, and they have to be signed off by a doctor that they are in fact terminal. We grant wishes for these people. The organization was started in 2010 by a gentleman named Doug Raper, and since that time we have done 365 wishes for dying adults. We receive no federal funding, we receive no local funding or state funding. We do receive one grant every year from the Naval Corporation, which we are so grateful for. On the spectrum of nonprofits, we are considered quite small. So when we get a $1,000 check in the mail, we do the happy dance. An average wish costs us about $1,500. We've granted many small wishes. We've planted trees in backyards. We've put decks on the back of a house. One gentleman said, I want to go to dinner one last time with my wife. We sent him to Barbacoa, and 2 weeks later he passed away. One lady liked to go to the movies with her family, but she was bedridden, and she just simply asked for a transport and asked that we take her to a movie. And she went in her hospital bed and watched in the front row, and her family lined the whole front row. Another man, if you're a dog lover such as I am, had no family and was passing away and was nominated for a wish. And we took him in a transport. He said, I want to go to the dog park one last time with my best friend. And so we transported the man and his dog to the dog park. So that one for me was very impactful. If it's a young person that's passing away, because you all know terminal illness does not know any age. So if it's a person in their 40s and 50s, many times there's families left at home. They can be young children. And so that wish usually is a memory that we create, and a lot of times it's Disneyland. So we send them to Disneyland. We have to buy all the airplane tickets. Unfortunately, Disneyland will not donate one pass to a dying adult. So we have to buy their passes. Rachel's been fabulous. Rachel's here tonight. Rachel is our program person. Rachel is fabulous. When someone calls and says we want to wish, she goes about finding where they're going. She gets a list of places that we could possibly call to get. We like to see if we can get a hotel donated. We like to see if we can get transport from the airport. We like to see if we can get passes. We're just now sending a gentleman, he's a veteran, and he's going to Washington, D.C. His sons are flying in and meeting him, and he's going to see some of the memorials in Washington, D.C. We've even brought families back together, people that have said, I haven't seen my grandkids ever, and we've flown people in. We put them up at the Grove, some of these places. The great thing about Boise is the people here, their hearts are huge. And if you think of all the nonprofits in this city and what we do for people, we call people and they say, I want to help, I want to help. We've taken people up in airplanes, we've taken people up in helicopters. The gentleman, that's the weatherman for Channel 2, took an older gentleman up in his two-seater plane and he let him fly the plane. And so here's the great thing about Wish Granters. We give a wish and we create hope, but we have memories for those left behind. And again, it's not just the seniors that pass away. We just had a lady go to Disneyland, and she's in her 40s, and she has stage 4 colon cancer, and she took her 3 children to Disneyland. So when those kids remember mom, they do remember the illnesses that mom went through, but the good thing is they'll remember the great time at Disneyland. So that's what we do. Unfortunately, right now, a person that started us, Doug Raper, is battling non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He has 6 months to a year to live, and we asked him if he would like a wish. Unfortunately, he said, no, I don't want a wish, I don't deserve one. So I'd like to leave you with this thought. First I want to introduce Shannon. Shannon's over here. Shannon does our social media. Shannon is expecting any moment. And also I'd like to introduce Miss Dina over here, and Dina is our event coordinator. We have some great events coming up. We have a ladies' night coming up December 7th here in Boise that you ladies can attend. That's going to be quite fun, and if you'd like an invite to it, they're over here on the door. Dr. Seuss has a great quote that I'd like to leave you with. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So we at Wish Granters are making memories. And so on behalf of all of us, we cannot tell you from the bottom of our heart what this means tonight. Again, we're very small on the spectrum of nonprofits. And so your donation to us, whenever we get it, will mean the world and will help us create many more memories for those left behind. So again, from all of us at Wish Granters, thank you. Thank you.